you carefully observe our nature's ecosystem, it reveals more evidence of intelligent design in the evolution process. This is a tree of life, a model to explore the evolution in the human point of view. According to evolution theory, first life began in the sea with single cellular organism, bacteria, and then later evolved into variations called eukaryotes, plants, fungi, fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds, and finally to mammals. We humans are part of mammals. Assuming the theory is valid, where did the evolution get this intelligence to define the target state to reach from one form to another? If survival is the only necessity of living being, why evolution did not stop with a single cellular organism developing all necessary bells and whistles to survive in various ecosystems? Why it has to evolve into so many species? Today it is estimated that we have 8.7 million species on this planet Earth. What is the need for having so many species if survival is a basic necessity? Mutations are the raw materials of evolution. A mutation is a change in the sequence of an organism's DNA. It is currently believed that the evolution of an organism is simply via random mutation. Can all the 8.7 million species on Earth just came via random mutation without having any intelligence? It is hard to believe all mutation is random. Let's look at the evidence of design in species which does not appear to be a random mutation. Human eye is considered to be one of the most complex biological image processing system that can translate photons from the light into an image that an organism can understand and respond to it. It's hard to believe that random mutation with natural selection resulted in such a complex organ. Our brain and consciousness is another example of intelligence in us. Until today, there is no clear understanding of the consciousness and how it works. The way neuroscientists tend to decode the world into their explanation of consciousness is by thinking of neurons and neural processes carrying and transferring information signals. I believe our understanding of life and origin is still at a very early stage. Even if we decode and understand how these phenomena works, still the question of how it got in first place and who designed it is still a mystery to solve. Let's look at plants and intelligence in their functioning. In northern hemisphere, trees shed their leaves during autumn as cold weather approaches. Many types of trees shed their leaves as a strategy to survive harsh weather conditions. As unfavorable weather approaches, hormones in the tree trigger the process of abscission, whereby the leaves are actively cut off the tree by a specialized cell. As part of the abscission process, trees reabsorb valuable nutrition from their leaves and store them for later use in their roots. How fascinating that a tree could sense the condition of its environment and has intelligence to survive the harsh weather. How did plants get this intelligence? Can this intelligence come from a random mutation? In one of the interesting TED Talk by Susan Simard, a professor of forest ecology at the University of British Columbia, explains how the plants communicate. Her team's analysis revealed that the fungi network in symbiosis with plant root system help to move water, carbon and nutrition such as nitrogen between and among trees as well as cross species. The research has demonstrated that these complex symbiotic networks in our forest mimic our own neural and social network. But the point to ponder is, how did plants get this intelligence in the first place to form a complex mesh network and transport various needed nutrients to other plants in the forest? Can this be a pure random mutation? Let's look at more examples of intelligence in evolution. Migrating birds can cover thousands of miles in their annual travels, often traveling the same course year after year with little deviation. First year, birds often make their very first migration on their own. Somehow they can find their winter home despite never having seen it before. and return the following spring to where they were born. What is the secret of their amazing navigation skill? Recently, scientists have discovered evidence that birds' eyes can sense the Earth's magnetic field. The cryptochromes in their eyes are responsible for their ability to orient themselves by directing Earth's magnetic field, a sense called magnetoreception. How complex could a cell evolve to detect the weak magnetic field? Can this evolution be a mere random mutation with no intelligence? Hummingbird is another most interesting bird with highest metabolism of any warm-blooded animal that can hover like drones and can even fly backward. Probably the only bird that can fly backward. Its wings beat furiously 80 times a second. Hummingbird drink the nectar found in feeders by moving their tongues in and out about 13 times per second. How did the evolution get such intelligence to evolve into a complex species? Is it a pure random mutation without any intelligence? The life and the ecosystem we know is very complex but beautiful. There is more clear evidence of intelligence in the life we know, but no answers yet how this intelligence came into existence. Much scientific community does not agree to non-factual statement of intelligence that cannot be explained scientifically. It's like having an intelligent technology from nowhere, and we know how to use it, but we don't know how it got created in the first place. There is a lot of unanswered questions regarding the origin. We tend to bound ourselves to the logical knowledge and does not open doors for new thoughts which might not sound reasonable from a scientific standpoint. Our understanding of this life and universe is still at a primitive stage. We don't even understand an atom, the basic building block of this life, to its fullest. Much of what we don't understand about the origin and this life is simply in our heads. Let's enjoy this intelligence and preserve our nature. Thank you.